LakerTV is a proud affiliate of the Kentucky High School Journalism Association and the Student Television Network.
Hey, what's up, Lakers? It's Friday afternoon, and I could not be happier.
Oh, me too. This year's been crazy so far.
I know. It's crazy to think that fall break is in just a few short weeks.
This week has been jam-packed with so many events.
Speaking of, this past weekend, the Calloway County Marching Band went to Madisonville to compete in their very first competition of the year. The band dominated in a 3A division in categories which include Best Band, Best Guard, and Best Percussion. CCHS band member and Laker TV reporter Amber Stout has the story.
At Madisonville North Hopkins Maroons Classic Band Competition, Calloway County Band went up against 9 bands and received several awards. They got Best Band in 3A, Best Guard in 3A, Best Percussion in 3A, and overall, the band got second place and Best Percussion awards. The band is going to be performing at the Festival of Champions at Murray State Football Stadium this Saturday. For Laker TV, I'm Amber Stout.
As we mentioned last week, the annual ice cream festival was this past weekend, and many people, including some of our fellow students, attended the annual ice cream festival in downtown Murray this past Friday and Saturday. So let's take a look at what went down on the court square.
This year's annual Murray Ice Cream Festival offered several fun activities to enjoy, including a free movie, a car show, inflatables, and even bungee jumping, all accompanied by free Kroger brand ice cream. Although the weather seemed threatening at times, it definitely didn't dampen the mood of this fun-filled weekend thanks to Murray Main Street. For Laker TV, I'm Lindsay Stairs.
Every year, a small group of students from countries across the world attending Calloway High for 1 year of school. And this year, they live with American host families that take care of them as if they were a member of their own family. These students get to experience the lifestyle of an American teenager alongside many other teenagers. I met up with some of the current foreign exchange students, asking them some of the major differences in their homeschool versus Calloway. Spain, Mexico, Colombia, Venezuela, and Italy. 5 different countries attending Calloway High. 5 different students that have traveled from their home country to live the life of an American teenager. While being here, they face some huge differences that may or may not be difficult for them.
I mean, my school in Mexico was not as big as Calloway.
I don't have this, let's say, dynamic of going to different classes. I always have the same class in the same place.
You finish school at 1:30, you go home, have lunch, and at 4 o'clock you go to your gym in my town, and my friend in his town go to his gym.
Every teenager likes to have fun in some form or fashion. Having a good time in America may be quite different from having a good time in Spain, Mexico, Venezuela, or Italy. So, what is it that they do for entertainment?
Well, I lived in a city, so we could go to the cinema, we could go just hang out to the downtown, and everybody was there.
In Venezuela, you can't do the things you do here.
After school, usually we have to study a lot.
Let's say we go to the beach over there, we go to the theater over there.
During the week, we don't have a lot of time to have fun with our friends. We usually, in my town, meet to the square of the town and go together to take an ice cream or stuff like that.
Living in a different country than before can have several pros and cons. You may wish you had never came or want to never leave. I asked the foreign exchange students what they like so far about living in America.
For example, that you can drive when you are 16. that's so cool.
Meeting new people, I like that. I like the, let's say, the sport part of the school. I like the sports. I like how you guys also into the sports. I like that a lot.
I like this thing that we have to change classes for each block.
Go to the game for the school team and wear clothes for school with, I know, Calloway County School and stuff like that. We don't have these things.
And what I like about America, pretty much everything.
Not only do these students from around the world get to take in a new experience, but also the teachers here at Callaway get to experience a whole new world of not having only English-speaking students in their classes.
Schools, and for Callaway, it's just great for us to get all these students from the various countries and to learn about their cultures and what types of things they do in their high school.
I personally think it's a great idea. It's one of those things in class I have for years, kind of encouraged kids that I've had in class, to travel, to see the world, see the country, don't just stay here at one time. And I know not a lot of kids can do that. A lot of kids can't afford to go other places, but this program brings the world to them, brings the world to us.
Along with the Callaway High students enjoying the foreign exchange students being here, there are a few things that the teachers enjoy also.
I enjoy learning about their families and their hobbies and interests, the things that they're involved in school and what they like to do now that they're here, and just learning about their culture in general.
You've kind of got to be open and ready to be laughed at, and I'm kind of like that. I'm a little bit of a smart aleck, so it's okay. I can be made fun of a little bit, or if I'm talking about, the Treaty of Guadalupe Hidalgo, and the way you say that in English, if, Mexican students just gonna laugh at me because my accent is just so bad. So, you just got to have fun with it. Kind of realize, get laughed at sometimes. It's okay.
Have you ever had an on-campus college experience? We had a few juniors last year to participate in the Gear Up Kentucky Summer Academy. The Gear Up Summer Academy allows students to live the life of a college student for a couple of weeks at the cost of nothing. Reporters Jordan Young and Kevin Robertson have the story.
This past summer, a few of our fellow juniors visited a Kentucky college to participate in a 3-week college experience. We interviewed a few of the participants to tell us what it was like on campus.
What attracted me to the Gear Up Summer Academy was pretty much just getting to learn what college was like and college life, and just the experience of taking classes and going there to just have fun, stay in a dorm, stuff like that.
Some of the colleges they got to visit were Kentucky, Louisville, and Western Kentucky.
Well, the first week we went to the School of Dentistry, so we did dental stuff, and that was exciting. And then we did nursing stuff. We watched an open heart surgery.
They got to experience college life, food, living in a dorm, moving away from parents, and college classes.
Question, any recommendation to your fellow students?
If you have the chance to go to a camp at any college, to stay in a dorm and to walk around campus and do things around campus, I recommend doing it. It's a lot of fun, and you'll definitely learn a lot of things from it.
For LakerTV, I am Jordan Young.
To be eligible to apply, you must be enrolled in a high school participating in the Gear Up Kentucky program. You also must be a rising 10th or 11th grader and have completed the plan assessment. For more information, speak to Neil Cummings in the Gear Up room in the Business Wing Hall here at CCHS.
Stick around, we'll be right back to hear from our former Lakers who are making their college transition.
Every day across America, excess food is gathered by a network of good people at local food banks, giving hope to millions of children who struggle with hunger. They've earned their wings, and you can too. Together, we can solve child hunger. Support Feeding America and your local food bank at feedingamerica.org.
Being a high school freshman can be very intimidating. Imagine being a college freshman. So reporter Deanna Rodman asked some CCHS alumni to describe their difficulties they had during this tough transition.
About 60% of our graduated seniors from last year had enrolled in college to earn their own individual degrees. A lot of students wonder what could be so different about college to high school. Well, some former Calloway County students gave us some details.
You're a lot more independent than when you're in high school. The classes are more spread out. Like in high school, you get here at 8 o'clock, you have to stay here until 3 o'clock, and then you go home. In college, some days you'll have 3 classes, some days you'll have 2 classes, some days you won't have any classes. Like today, I had a 9:30 class, a 12:30 class, and a 3:30 class. So they're very spread out.
When you go to college, most people in your classes, they actually want to be there. In high school, a lot of people just kind of like blow it off. They sleep in class, they joke up, they crack jokes. They don't want to be there. In college, you're actually paying for your education. So you're actually going to sit there and you're going to work. And I've had teachers and everything, like first day of school, they're like, listen, if you don't want to be here, get out now. And I like that. I like that a lot.
One particular sport we don't hear much about is golf. Senior Arlena Sheets has been working hard to improve the Calloway County golf team, so let's take a look.
And now this week's Actor of the Week. Today we're here with Arlena Sheets. So, Arlena, how do you think you're performing this year?
This year I'm doing pretty well. I'm shooting in the mid-30s to high 30s, which is good because you want to be shooting in the mid, or 35 or 34, which is like par. So yeah, I'm doing pretty good.
This year, Arlena Sheets has been working hard, and she talks about some of her state experiences.
I think I would do pretty good if I work on my short game, with putting and everything, because that's where you shoot all your low scores, just 1-putt and 2-putt, and I'll be pretty good.
TJ Hardgrove, head golf coach, talks about how Arlena has been doing so far this year and high hopes for regions at the end of this month.
This is her 5th or 6th year with varsity golf now. Her average is in the 30s for 9 holes, which is really good. And she just finished up. She tied second at our last 18-hole tournament we played in at Calvert City Country Club. And expect big things for her with the regional tournament coming up.
For LakerTV, I'm Adam Otis.
It's the start of fall, and here in the South, that means football season. Football has been underway for only a few short weeks now, and some of our very own football players are near top in state statistics. Cole Stetson, the senior quarterback, is 3rd in the state for passing yardage in the 4A division, and sophomore Jeremiah Malone is 4th in the state for receiving yards so far this season. Reporter Tana Robertson has the story.
2 of our very own football players are our leading team on the field, Jeremiah Malone and Cole Stetson.
I played every sport while I was growing up, and it was just my favorite, so I kept playing.
A lot of people don't realize that being a dynamic duo is a lot of effort.
It takes a lot of practice in the off season. We got to get our timing down, and then once we get that down, you got to transfer that into games.
Cole Stetson has made 4 touchdowns, and he has also passed 551 yards and averages 276 yards per game. Jeremiah is 1st in receiving yards in 4A. He is also 5th in the state. I talked with Cole about this year being his last year of high school football. He had a few choice words to say.
Being with my brothers, team bonding, it's always the best.
I'm really going to miss playing with them next year. It'll be a competitive battle, but it's really fun playing with Cole right now, so I'm trying to, put as much in as I can.
Thank you, Tana, for the elaborate outtake on the football season. And speaking of football, good luck to Jeremiah and Cole and the rest of the team tonight. They'll be facing Trigg County Wildcats at 7 p.m.
And everybody be sure to take some great photos tonight, all dressed up for homecoming. We'd like to share some of them on a future LakerTV newscast.
And here's something else going on this weekend that you may be interested in. Several Callaway students are involved in the Penguin Project and Playhouse in the Park. There involves production of musical. It's okay. musical pairs up special needs students with other students, actors who serve as mentors. The show runs Friday and Saturday nights, as well as afternoon matinee performances on Saturday and Sunday. Check it out if you can.
Sounds fun. Enjoy your last weekend of summer. And go Lakers!